Hey guys, what's up? It's Chris Daniel, the Consultant in Dreams, and I am doing another pop-up consulting. I'm in one of my favorite little coffee shops off the beaten path. And I had to record a video about PMP flashcards, right? So this video is completely geared to those of you who are aspiring project managers. Maybe you're in a PMP bootcamp, maybe you've gone through a PMP bootcamp, maybe you've gone through one of my PMP study sessions, I don't know. But one of the questions I've often gotten is, what do I put on the flashcards? Chris, you recommend flashcards, you recommend we create our own flashcards, but what do I put on them? Great question. So I want to answer that question. And let me go ahead and bust your bubble. There is no right way to create the flashcards. Unfortunately, there is no correct way. That's a good thing, because whatever you want to put on them is fair game. So for me, let me just tell you about my story really quickly, 30-second version. As I was studying for the PMP exam, I created a set of flashcards, and I had about 320, 350 by the time I finished. Wait, but don't get overwhelmed, because I did them as I studied, all right? I did them as I studied, so I had everything on the flashcards from knowledge areas, process groups, acronyms. I had formulas on flashcards. Be careful, because there are a lot of formulas. Only do one formula per flashcard, okay? So formulas, I had terms that were fuzzy that I didn't quite know off the top of my head. I would put those on. Now, the ones I remembered, like charter being the birth certificate of a project, I knew that. I didn't have to write that down. However, if those are the kinds of things that are fuzzy to you, put them on flashcards. Look, don't be too proud. Don't let your ego get too big. Just create flashcards. I don't care if you have 5,000, all right? The whole gist of creating the flashcards, it's twofold. Number one, when you take things from your head to your heart to your hand and you write them out, they solidify the content. They solidify the information. They help you remember it, right? Okay, I'll give you an example. Remember multiplication tables? 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 4 is 16, 5 times 5 is 25, 100 times 0 is 100, and 100 times 0 is a 0. Gotcha. Well, the same preface, right? It's the same preface. If you're like me, and I'm 38, so late 30s, but if you're like me and you remember going to the chalkboard and writing over and over and over, somehow you remembered it, right? Well, it's not somehow, and it's not magic, right? It's called forced, spaced repetition over time on paper. And the more you do that, i.e. create as many flashcards as you need, the more you do that, the more you're going to retain. And here's a little secret. On exam day, you're going to pull up to the testing center, and you're going to pull up to 15 or so people in cars thumbing through flashcards. And if you don't have any, you're going to feel really clunky and disorganized in your car with all these big books and manuals and things, right? So I highly recommend you create flashcards. Once again, what should be on the flashcards? Any terms that you're fuzzy about, even ones that you know, it doesn't matter. Just put them on the flashcard. True or false. All right, true or false questions from the back of the exam questions, right? For the back of the book exam questions, whether you're using Andy Crow or Rita Mulcahy or Chris Daniel or PMI, all right? Take some of those practice questions and put some true or false questions on there, right? Do some multiple choice questions on your flashcards. Remember, one concept or precept per flashcards, all right? Any acronyms, all right? Acronyms that we come up with in training, acronyms that help you remember knowledge areas and process groups. Put those acronyms. Put the acronym on the front. See if you can fill it out on the back, right? What else? Any inputs, common tools and techniques, and common outputs. Make sure you list those things. Any formulas that you're fuzzy about, make sure you list those things. Look, any of those professional responsibility areas, those professional responsibility or ethics areas that are a little fuzzy, like firing your mom if she blows the project budget, right? I know it's going to tug at your heartstrings, but make sure you understand to put that on a flashcard so you'll remember it and it'll be refreshed while you're reviewing, before you go into that testing center. All right, so it's been Chris Daniel, the Consultant in Genes. Look, I always strive to coach the complex simple, right? I want to consult things, and so they are simple and applicable and easy for you to integrate, all right? So this has been another session on project management know-how, the PMP exam. I'm doing a live boot camp right now for a private client, so I can't open it up to the public. But it's one of those questions, those sticky things that comes up. What should I put on my flashcard? So hopefully I've explained this in 5 minutes or less, and now you can get to work. Here, remember this. There is no wrong way to do it. as you're creating your flashcards. I don't care if you have 5,000. I don't care if you have 5. Whatever helps you to mentally equip and prepare for that exam, you go do it. All right. So be blessed, guys. I'll see you on the next video.